Yeah, good evening, all. Good evening, all. This is Sudhir, registered valuer and with IBBA, and as well as registered valuer under Section 34 AB of Tax Department. Also, I'm an assistant professor in the JNDH College of Engineering at Hyderabad. Okay, delivering various subjects in civil engineering aspect. From the past 15 years, I was in the field of teaching, and again, parallelly, I have been registered as a valuer under land and building asset class. Now, today, I am in front of you to clarify your questions if you have any, and you can just have the questions in the chat box so that we will make a brief discussion of it. And basically coming to this valuation, there is a lot of scope in the case of this valuation. Okay, where one can get different challenges from day-to-day life. Okay, each and every property is unique, and where all the things needs to be taken as a challenge, and your value is the final where the loan disbursement will be taken place. So this is not a simple task. It has to be considered with all of your knowledge and expertise. Okay. And basically coming to this valuation, as I told you that there is a lot of scope since we can engage this valuation in different aspects. Such as, for example, if you are going for a visa, okay, then you may have to show your property. They will ask you the certificate from the valuer. At that point of time, your signature is valid there. Okay, and in the case of this arbitration, okay, for example, if the court requires any certified value, then you has to give the signature at that certified valuer as a certified valuer. Okay, not only this, at the time of this mortgage, okay, means when a person wants to lend money from a financial institute or maybe any of the banking sectors or maybe of the non-banking finance corporations, basically any of the financial institute, then also we require the case of this valuation part. Okay, not only this, in the case of this, basically, at the time of company merging or demerging, okay, your valuation reports are required. So, like that, if you're going to take, we have a lot of scope. Of course, I have just mentioned you a very few points, but if you're going to continue with the
Sir,
list,
sorry
there is
to speak. Sir,
yeah.
your understanding of real estate valuation, it was very good. We have taken all the course and classes. But
Okay.
according to my profession as a mechanical engineer, I want to study
Okay.
the mechanical valuation in plant and machinery. So in this
Okay.
type of course, can you provide the teaching, sir?
Basically, I am a civil engineer. Okay, so I have a knowledge of civil engineering concept rather than the mechanical engineering
Yeah,
concepts.
yeah,
So
sir.
I
Okay.
am not confident to deliver the case of this mechanical plant and machinery value courses.
Okay, sir. But however, we can study the MSc in real estate valuer and we can continue the both field according to your last time suggestion.
Yes, you can continue, but immediately not. After completion of the BTech, you should have 10 years of experience in order to get
Yes,
this 34 AB and as well as this MSc Real Estate and Valuation or Plant and Machinery. 2 years
plant
of
and machinery.
experience is required in order to get the 34 AB, that is income tax department.
Yes, sir, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you are asking that regarding this valuation, so it is the case where we can apply different cases of valuation. Okay, one more thing I would like to tell you that this valuation, maybe at our graduation level, we may have a very few concepts. Like nowadays, what the colleges are doing is that they are not even concentrating on this part also. Okay, they are trying to reduce the courses and they are trying to implement these computer aided courses. like Python, C++, Java, something like that. Okay, so but I suggest you that you has to believe on your core branch, right? It will never lend you to down. It will never let you to down. Again and again, I'm telling you that there are core branches are there where there is a lot of scope. For example, you have not obtained the job, maybe as you require. Then you can start your own construction also. Okay, based on your maybe your friends circle, or maybe from your family member support, or whatever it might be. So you can start your own business. Okay, like that. There are so many. There are so many third party consultants are there. Okay, why? Because all the scope, all the work cannot be done by a single company. So they has to depend upon other persons, and they has to depend upon again. They has to divide the work. Okay, and they has to at the end of the day they need to accumulate all the works from different sources, and they need to build up one by one. So as a civil engineer or mechanical engineer or an electrical engineer, basically these are all the three core branches of our engineering. So if you have graduated and if you have passed in these three branches, any of these branches, then don't depress or don't disappoint that there are no opportunities, or there is no life with the civil engineers and all in future. Okay, in future maybe there might be some up and downs, right? But at the same time you can get your own opportunities and you can lead the life very happily with your branch. Don't change your opinion on the any of the courses what you have learned. Not only this civil engineer course. Okay, for example, you have learned about the C++, or Java, Oracle. Yes, that is also a knowledge benefit. That is also knowledge fetching. Maybe sometimes after a few years, if you're not still interested, again, you can come back and you can roll out whatever you have learned. Okay, so like that we can have different opportunities. And also basically as a civil engineer, there are some 10 to not only 10, 15 verticals are there where we can improve our career, right? For example, if you're going to take the one by one specializations like a structural engineering, again there is a lot of scope. Again nowadays we can see huge constructions are going to be happen in some parts of the country. Okay, and also they are not going to build with a simple country bricks or maybe or local materials and all. Instead, they are going to utilize the modern technologies, right? It's a maybe a precast, or maybe it may be an self-compacting concrete are there. Okay, so there is a lot of scope is there, especially in the case of this structural engineering. And the next, transportation engineering, that is the infrastructural engineering also. Okay, it is an infrastructure basically for our case, right? It is also the one which is going to have a lot of scope. Geotechnical
Sir, I
engineering.
just want to ask you, from where did you completed the MSc in real estate valuation, sir?
MSc Real Estate and Valuation, as far as my knowledge, there are some universities in Tamil Nadu and as well
Okay.
as in Pune also. Okay, but
Yes.
according to my knowledge, very recently I came to know that MSc Real Estate and Valuation has been stopped.
Yes, sir. Obviously,
It is
I have
not being
searched.
offered. Yeah.
Being an educational counselor, I'm a part-time educational counselor, sir. I have searched whole India. There is a no course they are providing online and distance. Only offline courses providing, and some college have been
Yes,
stopped
that is
because
true.
due
That
to
is
some
true.
reasons. DEB is not approved and
Yes,
UGC
that
are
is true.
not also approved. So
Yes, that
basically,
is
if
true.
we want to study, means where we have to study, where we have to take that course. Any idea, sir?
Sir, I am suggesting you one thing. Don't take any
Hmm.
other courses other than the title MSc in Real Estate and Valuation. That
Yes,
is
sir.
my first
Okay.
suggestion. Okay. Why?
Okay.
Because
Hmm.
when you have been
Hmm.
applied for this wealth tax valuer, they are not
Yeah.
going to show which university you have studied. Okay. Right. If you
Hmm.
find any university, you can study it. But they need to find whether it is MSc in Real Estate and Valuation. The title should be visible on
Hmm.
your certificate.
Certificate. Another one course
Yes.
is there, sir. MBA in real estate and urban infrastructure, which is
That's
not
what I'm telling you,
equivalent to.
sir. Yes, sir,
Yes.
sir. Just please don't fall in the trap of those universities.
Yes,
Right.
yes, obviously.
Yes. Don't fall in the trap. Why? Because even my one of my friend have tried a lot to obtain this course. So very recently in the month of January only we have done a small research where are the institutes that are going to offer these courses. Initially, this course has been offered by the Annamala University.
Annamala
Okay,
University.
through distance mode,
Okay.
right? And also Shingania University at Pune.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, but as of now, there is an university, Sikkim University. I think they told me one university name, that is Sikkim University. They are going to offer this course, but
In online mode,
immediately
sir.
after, yeah,
In online mode. In online mode.
it's not online mode. It is a distance education. That's it, not
Distance
online mode.
education. Okay. Which is Sikkim
Yeah.
University.
No, that's what I'm going to complete it. Like immediately after a few days of listening that there is a university to pursue this MSc Real Estate and Valuation, they told very immediately that, sir, this university is also not offering at this point of time. So as of now, there are no such universities who is offering MSc in Real Estate and Valuation course. Okay, as you
Okay,
told
sir.
that there might be any subsidiaries of this course, like MSc Land and Building and Real Estate and Valuation. There might be some difference in the titles, but as far as this income tax department is concerned, they have not changed the rules. They are very particular in the rules, to be frank.
Sir,
Okay,
another
even
one
if there
main
is,
question is there. London
yeah,
School of Economics is providing the masters in real estate valuation, which can be studied. It will go up to lakhs, 15 lakhs for that course. So if we study
yeah.
that, can we get the approved valuation in the Indian law? Can we that approved college standards?
No, sir, I don't think so. Why? Because it has been mentioned as per the Indian law. That's it. Yeah. Sir, if you want to do one thing, you can just go through this Google and search for this wealth tax valuer regulations. Okay. So
Regulation.
if you
Okay,
have,
sir.
yeah, if you have been searching for that regulations, then they are going to tell you very clearly that it is in the Indian constituency or Indian laws should be agreed, abide that. Right. So for that reason, you has to take only in the Indian universities. I think it is better. And investing of this much of amount in the case of MSc Real Estate and Valuation course is not suggestible, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Obviously, just I have gone through
Yeah.
that for the Indian purposes. If it not that get that valued, then we can buy from the School of London Business, which is approved by Indian board or not. So that purpose I have asked that question.
Okay. But as far as I try to find in the Indian universities, sir.
Indian
Okay,
University. I will
give
check
a
with the
first
Annamala
preference to the
University.
Indian universities. What?
Yes, I will check with the Annamala University.
Annamala University is also stopped.
It will
Yes.
stop, sir. Okay.
Yes, it was stopped.
Okay, sir.
Sir, what is your qualification?
Sir, my basic qualification is mechanical engineering 2020 pass out.
Okay, right.
Till now, I'm doing as a civil site engineer as well as educational counselor, which is my own consultancy is there to education as a career counselor, which provides the admission in abroad. So based that on, I have
Good.
checked through that course.
Okay, then do one thing. Instead of doing this MSc Real Estate and Valuation, I think you can go for MSc Plant and Machinery, na?
That course also not available in India, sir.
Yeah, that is also not available. See,
Yes,
if
I have gone through that also.
yeah, both see MSc Plant and Machinery, MSc Real Estate and Valuation are both are parallel courses basically.
Parallel courses, yes, sir, absolutely.
Yeah, so that is the reason why they have not been offering these two courses. I
Yes,
don't know
sir.
what the reason might be, but due to somehow they have been stopping. They have stopped that courses.
Okay, thank you so much for your
Okay,
time.
okay. It's my pleasure. Yeah. So many of the people are basically not having any awareness in the valuation. Right. Why? Because even if I'm going in for an taking any lecture class, okay, as a special deliveries, then many of the people are not saying that what is meant by this valuation course and all, because they don't know about they don't know in the sense they don't have any awareness basically. Okay, of course, this should be also implemented in the case of our curriculum. Okay, as I told you that this is a small topic regarding this valuation, where it is coming in the estimation and costing. Okay, and many of the people are thinking that valuation and estimation are the same. They are not at all the same. Valuation and estimation are completely different, right? They have been used for different purposes. For different purpose, different value will be arrived, and also for the estimation, it is completely different, right? So many of the people will think that okay, valuation means okay, we are going to do the estimation and then we are going to issue the reports, right? So in that case, what it would be is that there is completely difference between the estimation and the value. So if you want to go at the peak level of your career in the field of valuation, there are some rules and regulations to be followed, which has been prescribed by the IBBA, that is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Right. So they have described the rules in such a way that first of all, you should be a graduate, okay, either in mechanical engineering or civil engineering or electrical engineering also is applicable. Okay, then after that, we need to wait for 5 years, and then you need to take a course for 50 hours duration from the prescribed registered valuer foundation or organizations, and then obtain the membership certificate, and then try to attend the exam, which is conducted by the NISM. This NISM, again, it is a third party organization, right? And therefore, once if you got greater than or equal to 60%, you are becoming as a registered valuer. Okay. And after completing, the job is not yet over. Still, it has to be approved by the IBBA by producing all the relevant and as well as the appropriate documents. Okay. As and when they have been required, they are asking you. Of course, in this case, your registered valuer organization will help you, right? And they have been giving you this certificate of registration and as well as a certificate of practice, right? And if you have obtained in your hands regarding this certificate of registration and as well as certificate of practice, then from the next day onwards, you can start as a practicing valuer. So this is the one where you are going to get this as a valuer. Yeah, very recently I came to know there is another opportunity that the income tax department under section 132, they are hiring the valuers. They are empaneling the valuers. Okay, what is their role? Especially, I think we can hear CID rights have been carried out at various locations, right? So while doing such kind of rights or maybe investigations, there is a need necessary for the valuer also. Why? Because all the officials cannot do their job alone. They need to take the help of the professionals. So who are the professionals? We are the professionals. We need to empanel with the income tax department. And as and when they are requiring your services, then you will be called for. Okay, so this is a very recent thing I have come to, I have observed it. So for every 3 years, this income tax department invites the applications for this empanelment of valuers, and that empanelment of valuers, they will scrutiny all these documents and all. Okay, and then once if you have been qualified according to their rules and regulations, then you will be empaneled with the income tax department again. Okay, that is the first thing. That is another thing. apart from this wealth tax valuer. Okay, so at that point of time, there is another opportunity under section 132. And again, there is another opportunity, that is Black Money Act valuer. Okay, this is also an upcoming a trend. What do you say? Upcoming, it has a scope, a good scope in the near future, right? How can we apply for this Black Money Act valuer? In order to get this Black Money Act valuer registration with the income tax department, again, you have to register as a valuer under section 34AB. Under section 34AB of this one, you have to get registered, and then from the next day onwards, you can apply for the Black Money Act valuer. Right? So you can see as in chances how we are going to explore that. Means you are building up your career very differently than from the normal civil engineer. Apart from this, there is no restriction that you have to stop your career which you have already started before 5 years. Maybe teaching, for example. Okay, I am working as an assistant professor right now, right? I am also working as a valuer. So there is nothing problem, but the thing is that you should not do as a employed person. You should not you should not show onto the screen or maybe onto the website. Your name should not be displayed as an employee. Remember that you should not do as an employee. Rest of the thing as a consultation, as an professional engineering, or as a practicing engineer, you can do that. There is nothing problem in this case, right? So those are all the cases where we has to take care about our employment services also. Why? Because sometimes if it is going to be reflected in our Form 16 or maybe in our income tax department returns, then you need to give the explanation. Basically, that is the one. So in order to avoid these explanations and all, I suggest you not to involve with any of the employee cases. That's as an professional expertise, or as a senior consultant, or maybe as a consulting engineer, or as a practicing engineer, you can offer your services to any of the organization. There is nothing a rule like that. Okay, next. Apart from that, recently we have come across again with the court also. In the case of arbitration also. Arbitration means it is a dispute between two parties. And we are going to act as an arbitrator, that is the third party. What we can say that we can act as a settler or a dispute resolvency person. We can act like that. So in that case also, your service as a valuer, the services have been utilized there. Yes, very recently one of my friend has been given this report. Okay. So again, in that case, we need to have the case for the circle or the guideline rate value, not the market value. We should show for the circle or a guideline rate values, right? So we should have a thorough knowledge on the market, what it is going, and how the amendments have been taken place. Are there any new things that have been come across? So you have to be thorough with all these cases and all. And apart from this valuation, there are so many number of verticals, as I told you earlier, that you can explore very different scenarios, right? So in such a case, you can expand your expertise, and you can expand your knowledge, and you can share the things, and you can understand more concepts of the civil engineering. Nowadays, we can see 3D printing. Okay, with the help of this 3D printing also, many of the people are building this buildings also. With the help of this 3D print, I think we have come across this very recently. But don't think that if it has come into the picture, what about the future of our civil engineer? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Don't worry about that. We are the civil engineers. That's it. Okay. So we have the thorough, we should be able to gain thorough knowledge. That is the basic point. Okay. Keep it aside about the valuation course. Next, the other part is about the softwares. Okay, where I would like to tell you regarding this software courses also. Why? Because this is also playing a key role. See, nowadays, I think we can see huge constructions which have been taken place, right? So, are they going to design it manually? No. Manual design calculations are only helpful to some extent. That's it. But whereas, if you are going to take the large number of structures, okay, with complications and all, then you has to just rely on the various third-party software sources where we need to design and we need to give the accurate reports to our clients. Okay, like for example, in each and every aspect, okay, structural engineering, they have their own software programs are there. And maybe this transportation engineering, they have their own transportation softwares are there. Okay, hydraulics and water resource engineering, they have their own. And also, for example, geotechnical engineering, they have their own. So for whatever the field of specialization we are going to consider, or even in the case of this environmental engineering also, right? Infrastructural facilities also. So they have their own case of these softwares, right? And I suggest you, my dear friends, that you has to be thorough with this knowledge also. Okay, why? Because maybe after few years you may not be cope up with the field work. Why? Because the field work is completely different, and whereas sitting inside the house and as well as teaching the classes is completely different. And doing these jobs are also, each and every job has their own risk, own level of experience. Okay, different scenarios you can that can be faced from day to day life. But whereas on the other hand, at a point of time, you may be you may be vexed with your job, and as an alternative source, you should depend upon some other alternatives also, right? As long as you can, you has to earn. Basically, that is the case, right? So in that case, what we are going to do is that we need to not only stick on to the one profession, you has to expand your research capabilities, and you has to explore the new things, and you need to find out the other alternative solution also, so that at any point of time, if one is not going to success, the other will help you, sure. The other will help you, sure, basically, right? So you should not depend only upon the site engineers, or you should not depend only upon the building construction side and all. So you has to develop your career for the alternative sources also. That will help you, sure, basically, right? Yeah. Next, apart from that, another opportunity what we have in the case of these government organizations. Okay, of course, that has to be done through a proper channel, right? Maybe through proper notification, there may be some exam, everything and all. But you has to well prepared for that at any point of time in your future, right? Because more, see, whatever I am discussing, all these sources are 50-50%. Means you may succeed or you may not able to succeed. Depend upon your hard work, depend upon your interest, depending upon your network growth, depending upon your capabilities. Okay, depending upon your various parameters, support from your family, friends, and family members also, etc., etc. Then you can expand your business. On the other hand, if you are not able to cope up with all those things, you have to find a better job. Okay, so the better jobs again in the government sector and as well as this private sectors are also there. But as far as many people are likely to convert into the softwares, so here you may have the better opportunities, right? So I suggest you one more point, my dear friends, that don't take that you are going to be underestimated, or you have been not paid for the enough knowledge whatever you have. Don't think like that. Okay, try to take everything as an opportunity and utilize them and mold it in such a way that it will be helping to your career, right? That's what I told you, that whatever you have gained the knowledge today, somewhere else you are going to get it. Okay, I think someone has raised their hand. Don't train me. Okay, fine.
No, sir, you please carry on. It's not.
Yeah. So this is the case. And apart from this, we can discuss yeah, as I'm discussing about the jobs. Okay, so regarding the job, so you may have the better and plenty opportunities. See, right now there is a boom of this computer science engineering, artificial intelligence, data science, business management, etc., etc., etc. Maybe in the upcoming future, there may be some change in the trend also. Yes, we have experienced that trend also. Earlier at the time of my graduation, okay, we have the case of this these recessions. Okay, of course, many of my friends got the jobs, but at the same time, they have not been appointed on the bench. They have not been called for the company for at least 1 or 1.5 years. But during that time, our core engineering, civil engineering only helps. Yeah, one thing I'm very proud of my civil engineering is that after completion of my graduation, from that day onwards till now, I did not sit idle without any work. That's the greatest thing I can appreciate myself. That and also I am very very thankful to this civil engineering case also. From the last, I think it is 16th year it is running, right? 16th year, I have not been searching for the jobs, basically, right? I have changed the jobs, but I did not sit ideally to search the jobs. That is for sure. I am very much confident that, okay, I have chosen my right career. So that's what I'm telling you, my dear friends, that maybe as a part of your career and all these things and all, you may not have the opportunity at this point of time, but maybe in the future you will get better and good opportunities, and golden opportunities will be awaiting for us. Don't disappoint and don't depress, and don't try to change it to the that other fields. Okay, so of course, I am telling you, please stick on to this. But that the decision will be left to you regarding the if you want to choose any other career. As a civil engineer, I confidently tell you that, okay, we have the better opportunities, right? And still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. And one more thing I would like to share, right? 1 minute. Yeah, if you have any questions. Okay, I have a question. So, as you have already graduated and you have already been in the field of civil engineering, can you tell me what are the fields you have in front of you. Yes, what are the steps to get IBBA certificate? To get an IBBA certificate, basic qualification is the graduation, either in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, or electrical engineering, and you should have an experience of 5 years, okay, as a self-practicing engineer or maybe a employee, whatever it is. You should show minimum of 5 years of experience, and after that you has to you has to get registered with any of the registered valuer foundations or registered valuer organizations to get a 50 hours duration of the course. Okay, and they are going to issue this membership certificate. Right after that, once if we have completed this what is this IBBA, I mean that training from the RVO or RVF. Okay, then you has to enroll yourselves in the NISM, which is a third party organization, and it is just helping this IBBA to conduct the exam. Okay, in deciding the marks or as well as in deciding the questions, nothing, the NISM does not play any role. It is just a third party consultant which is acting between yourselves and as well as this IBBA. That's it. Okay, with the help of this one, we are going to have exam. And once if the exam is qualified, then through the proper channel, you are going to fill the form A and you need to submit to your respective or registered valuer organization or registered valuer foundation. And then after a scrutiny of all your documents, then they are going to issue the certificate as a certificate of practice and certificate of registration from the IBBA. So this is the procedure what you need to adopt. Yeah, I told you how many years of work experience is required to be a registered valuer. To be a registered valuer, minimum of 5 years work experience is required. To be a minimum valuer, you has to show an experience of 5 years. Yeah. So according to my knowledge, okay, I can just tell you what are the things that are there in front of us apart from this valuation as a career guidance. Just I can help you that. First of all, basically you might be a who is eligible for IBBA course. That's what any graduate that is either BE or BTech in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, or maybe in electrical engineering. Okay, any graduate can be having an experience of 5 years is eligible for the application for IBBA. But in order to get the final certificate into our hands, there is a procedure. Yeah, what are the powers and duties of IBBA? Actually, it is organized by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, basically. Okay, it's a subsidy. It's under the umbrella of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, right? Where it is going to see the cases that, for example, if you have any of the cases, like for example, what we can say, there are some insolvency cases. Okay, at the bank level or maybe at a financial institute level, whatever they are. So those things will be taken up by this IBBA, and they are going to appoint the valuers, and they are going to find out the liquidative value, and then they are going to recollect that liquidate value through other sources, either from the party or maybe by through the open auction, with the help of this what is that, RPs. Okay, they are called as an resolution professionals. Okay, again, they are also being appointed by the IBBA itself. Right? And also not only this, your IBBA valuer certificate will help you to get empaneled with local banks also. Nowadays, they are asking to get as an empanelment with their bank or any financial institute, Basically, they are asking the certificate with the IBBA or at least with the wealth tax. That is under section 34 AB of Income Tax Department. That is wealth tax registered value. At least if you have either of the one, okay, both are fine. But since you are in the starting stage of your careers, expecting that you are maybe the starting stage of your career, so it will take some time to get the things done. So as an in order to get this certificate, what I suggest to you is that after 5 years of experience, directly register with the IBBA. Start practicing, start studying from the day one, and then get the exam cleared greater than or equal to 60%. Then you can start the profession as a this one. What is that? A registered valuer. Next. Generally, if you have been graduated as a civil engineer, what are the verticals? As I'm telling you from the starting of the technology, starting of your this session. Okay, I am telling you there are so many number of verticals are there where you can improve your career abilities. So basically, what are they? As I told you, the structural engineer, geotechnical engineer, transportation engineering, and water resource engineering. Okay. Next, construction management services also can be provided. Okay. Next, project management services can also be provided. Or you can provide the services as a quantity surveyor also. See, why? Because I'm telling you all these things and all. For example, as a quantity surveying engineer, many of the people who are approaching us, they require the estimation, because it is the pro forma that has to be included in the valuation part. Okay. What is the quantity surveying? Basically, we are going to do the surveying of the quantities. Okay. Which quantities? The materials. Right. So at that point of time, their expertise is required. Who? The civil engineer only can do it. So you can start your profession as a quantity surveyor. Just once, if you're going to step in, automatically all these things you're going to get in, and then you can improve your network. Basically, you can expand your business. Next, contract managements. Okay, if you have that ability to deal the cases with the different persons, you can deal with the contract managements also. Okay, next, another important thing is that quality control. So in order to get it done, you should be a graduate, of course, and then you can start as a quality control engineer. You can just empanel with the government organizations or maybe any of the local municipalities. Okay, what they're going to do? They are going to certify your credentials, and then you will be appointed as a third-party consultant. You are going to appoint as a third-party consultant. So what you are going to do at any point of time, if any works are going to happen, that is the government works are going to be happen, you need to visit that site and you need to test the quality of the materials, and then you need to give the certificate. Based on your certificate, the works will be approved. Okay, that is another career which you can develop that. Next, material testing is also the one. Okay, before just going into the execution, what is the quality of the material? Whether it is as per the standards, whether can it give the strength as per the required design criteria, etc. So you can be a material testing engineer also. Okay, next, feasibility reports. This is also very one of the case where they don't have any exposure. Okay, feasibility reports in the sense what you are going to do. You have a project in your hand. Okay, you need to do the analysis of the cost benefit analysis. You need to do the analysis for the cost benefit analysis. And from there, you need to derive what are the pros and cons for the project. Means we are going to give the feasibility to how far extent you are going to get the benefit from the after the completion of your project. Once if it is completed, what is your benefit and what are the disadvantages? So basically, if there are more advantages, then your value will be increased. Means depending upon your report, feasibility reports. Okay, next, this is going to be happening at the time when we are going to construct any industries or any large construction taken place at a large extent of the lands. Okay, next, the other one is that testing of structures. Yes, this is also the one of the career where we can develop. Simple. Just what we are going to do is that after you have been graduated, okay, try to get registered with the local municipality as an engineer. Then what you can do is that just you can buy an rebound hammer equipment, which will be costing around 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Okay, keep it in your hand. Then you can just tell that structural stability certificate can be issued. Okay, structural stability certificate can be issued only when you, after your testing set, after you have been tested, right? Means if your testing is giving you the sufficient report, then you can certify the structure. Okay, this is the age of the structure and what are the remedial measures have to be taken in the near future due to this problem. Everything and all we can do it. That is also one of the bright career. See, I'm telling you that all these career opportunities, like if you don't have any job, for example, then immediately you can start your career. In the case of this material testing, in the case of this quality testing, in the case of this testing of structures, right? You don't have any of the additional qualifications apart from your BTech degree certificate. Next, technical audit. This is also the one. Of course, you require some expertise in this case of technical audit. Next, arbitrations, engineering contract clause, and also the valuation. So all these three parameters like arbitration and also this, what is that, engineering contract clause, okay, and valuation, all these three belonging to a one and more or one and all, maybe to some extent. But whereas whatever I told you, all these things till now, you might have come across the in the books. But whereas if you're going to take this valuation, arbitration in engineering contract class, you will not study a single chapter also. You will not study a single chapter also. But they have their own bright future. There is a lot of scope again here. Recently, we have tackled one of the arbitration course case. Okay. So at that point of time, you require the laws which are related to the engineering, not the civil laws or maybe some other laws which are as per the Indian Constitution of Law. Okay, IPC, that is Indian Penal Codes. We don't require that one, but we require our engineering laws. That is also a bright career. We may build it. Next, other important thing, I think, as I told you, that value engineering. Okay, that is also one of the career you are going to have. So like this, if you're going to see, there are so many number of verticals where you can develop your career, where you can build your bright future. That's what I'm telling you, that don't be get disappointed or don't be get depressed if you don't have any of the opportunities right now in your hand. Just you need to do your duties and just wait for the result. Ultimately, it will take to the next step. Yes, if you have any questions, you can ask. So basically, I hope we have covered a lot of things right now. So if you have any of the questions, not only this, you can ask me anything, whatever you feel. or whatever if you have to get it done, to get it more information from my side, I will try my best. Yes. Any of the questions you have? Yeah, I
Thank
have.
you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. I
Okay,
think we
ma'am.
can end it now as
Okay.
no one else has any more questions.
Yes. Okay, thank you once again for giving me this great opportunity to explore the different verticals of the civil engineering apart from this valuation course. Thank you once again, ma'am.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you for your time.